Press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello my dear friend, welcome back to my channel. I am Shumon Rana and you are watching Info Age Library. So today I am going to teach you how to declare some variable and accept the value from the user. So how to declare the variable, that already have in my previous lesson. So if you have not seen that, please see that video so you can understand everything, like how to declare the variable and all. So today I am going to start with the program where I like to declare some variable and accept the value into that variable from the user. So user will enter some value and my program is going to accept that value. So that is my first program. So the program name I am giving as var1. And also today I am going to cover some on the swap variables, as well as how to get the ASCII value, how to store the string variable. So in order to save your time, I have created one template. Just I am copying and pasting this here. So include stdio.h, there is a standard input output header file, conaya.h for this getStage function. Now int main function, why it is int and what is the requirement of this main function, what is the requirement of this getStage, return 0, everything I have taught you in my previous tutorial. If you have not followed, I like to request you, please follow that one, my previous tutorial. Well, now today at first I am going to declare two integer variable and store the value into that. Next I will store the value into a character and one float. So the first variable I am declaring here as num1 and num2, and here by using printf function I am going to accept. I am asking the user to enter two value, enter two numbers. I am giving /n because I want to bring the cursor next line after printing this. Now I am using scanf function in order to accept that two value. So this %d, that is a placeholder for the numeric, and also we can use %i also. So %d you can use, or you can use %i also. So just for the demo purpose I am using these both. And the first variable num1 that I have declared here, that means first variable to be accepted in this place %d, and that value to be stored into this num1 variable, and the second number that the user will enter, that will be accepted by this scanf function in this place %i, and that value I am going to store in my previous declared variable, that is num2. Okay, so by using this scanf function I have accepted two value from the user. Next I am going to display that two number. So for your better understanding, I am going to display each and every accept command. I want to execute each and every accept command, and then the display, means step by step I have to do that for your better understanding. Okay, so you have entered two numbers. They are, what are they? Here I am going to display two number, %d, here either %d or %i also you can use. Next I am going to mention the two number where I have accepted the value, that is num1 and num2 in this case. Now save this program, build this program, execute this program. Asking for two number, say my first number is 90 and the second number is 500. So you have entered two number, they are 90 and 500, right? Now these two number I have accepted and displayed. and next is I am going to accept the float variable, I mean the decimal value. So for that I am declaring one float variable, the name is frac, and here I am going to ask the user to enter a decimal value and I am going to accept that value by using scanf, and this is a float variable, so that is the reason I am using %f. So %f, that is a placeholder for the float variable. And next I am going to mention I am mentioning this frac, that is a float variable I have declared. So that means the value to be stored into this frac variable. Next I am going to display that. Okay, so display here just after the number, just after displaying the number, you have entered decimal value, next suppose %f, that is the value, and where I have stored that, mention that is frac, then semicolon. I have missed /m. I am using this because I want to get a new line before displaying this statement, before displaying this printf statement. Okay, so now build it, execute it. First it is asking for two numbers, say 50, 70, asking for decimal value, say 60.789. you have entered two number, and then you have entered decimal value, this one 60.789. now I am going to accept the character variable. So the character variable will store only a single character. So here also I am using printf function that will ask user to enter a character. Okay, and I will be using scanf to accept that character value. So %c, this is a placeholder for the character, and where I am going to store the value, I am going to store the value into my declared variable ch. Okay, so into the ch variable I am going to, accept that character value. Next I will be displaying that character here by using this printf function. You have entered character, and that is what here again I am creating the placeholder, that is %c, and the name of the variable where I have stored that is ch in this case, right? Now my program is complete. Now see, enter two number, see the first number is 500, second number is 890, enter the decimal value, say it is 567.98, enter the character, say it is R. So display the number as user has entered, display the decimal value as user have entered, and display the character as user have entered. Fine. So the first program is completed. I hope that you have understood that. Now I will be moving to my second program, that is how to accept a string, means a complete sentence, a line. Okay, fine. Now let's move to my next program. Now the next program, let's start. file, new of simple files, go C compiler, file name, going to accept the string. So suppose string1.c, this one. As I have told you, already have created the template in order to save time. Okay, I am not repeating this function anymore, like this existing whatever the coding is there. I am not going to repeat that. Now here I am not going to accept a single character, rather I am going to suppose if I declare this one, that means now this your name, that variable is the only the single character type. That means that can accept only a single character. Now inside this third bracket you can mention the length or the number of character. So assume that I am creating 100 character space. I am creating a sequential or consecutive 100 spaces or 100 character spaces in order to store this name value. Okay, so that means your name, and then within this third bracket 100 I have given, that means consecutively it will create 100 space or 100 space to accept 100 character, maximum 100 character for the user. So now let's suppose here again I am asking user to enter your name. So next, by using this time I am using this getS function. So getS function is what? This getS function will accept the string. GetS is for string. That means getS function is able to accept multiple characters. That means it can accept the value into an array or into this consecutive characters variable called array. That is your name in our case. So here I will be writing the name of the variable or the array, that is your name. Fine. So that means whatever the name I will enter, that will store into this name variable. Now I am going to display the value, whatever the value that is stored into this your name variable or the array string. So welcome to info edge library, my dear. Next, after this my dear, I want to mention the name or I want to display the name. So percentage is this time. So percentage is for the string. That means this will display that multiple character variable, means the array. So this is, since this is a beginner, so you have just started the C program, so that is why I am using this kind of term like the multiple character and all. So basically this is called an array. So next time onwards we will say only the array. Okay. So welcome to info edge library, my dear. Then I am creating the space for the string %s, and here this name will be displayed. Okay. Now let's build it, execute it, enter your name. Let's say suppose the name is something like Shudev Das. So here see, now I can enter, I have entered the complete multiple character including a space, that means a line you can say. But remember, this length cannot be greater than 100, because the space that I have declared here for this variable where I am going to store this name, so that is maximum 100 I can store. Okay. So this Sudev Das, that particular name has been stored into this username variable, that is an array, and now here I have displayed that is welcome to InfoEdge library, my dear Sudev Das. I hope it is clear, my dear friend. Now we will be moving to the next program. Okay, so in the next program I will show you how to display the ASCII value of any character. Okay, that is very interesting. So let's start. Well, so start with the new source code file, C compiler. Now here suppose I am giving the file name as ASCII1.c. So this is the source code file I have created. Again I am creating my template. I am copying the template and paste it here. So I am going to accept the value into a character. Say the character name I have given as CH. Now I'll ask user to enter a character. Okay. Now once user enter the character, next I need to display the ASCII. So by using scanf, first I am accepting the value from the user. Since this is a character type, so %C I have given, and where to store it, I am going to store it into this character variable CH. Next part is the printf function, where I am going to display the ASCII value. So the ASCII value of after of what? After of this CH variable, right, where user have entered the value, %C is, now the interesting part, though CH is a character variable, but still I am using %D. Is it clear? I hope no. Fine. Let's see. See what I am going to write here. CH, CH. Now I believe it is clear. So that means what? This %C is going to, or in this format, %C displaying format, I am displaying the value of the CH. That means suppose I have entered the value A. So A is stored into this CH and that is displayed into this character format here. Next is, here the number is A, but this A I am going to display into this integer format. That means automatically the whatever the character is stored into this CH, that will display into this integer format, means that is an ASCII value. So the in ASCII, as an ASCII value it will display. Okay, it is interesting, right? Fine. Let's see what's the output. Asking for character. My dear friend, do you know what is the ASCII value of the capital A? Capital A ASCII value is 65. See, the ASCII value of A is 65. Now let's execute one more time. Now I have entered capital B. What will be the value of capital B? Capital A is 65, so capital B will be +1, that is 66. See, ASCII value of B is 66. Is it clear, my dear friend? So this is very interesting. Please do practice that one. Now I will be moving to my last program of today's session, that is a swapping value, swapping integer value. Okay. Now let's start. Now swapping value, that can be done by using various methods, but for today I'll do the most simplest one. I'll swap two variable, the value of two variable by using a temporary variable. So the program name say it is swap1. So the concept behind this swap is, let me tell you first. let me copy that and then I'm telling you. Okay, say for example here I am declaring the first number num1 and straight away I am entering the value 50. So the first variable is num1 storing the value 15, second variable num2 and I am storing the value say 100. Okay, now my objective is the value of num1 to be transferred to this num2 and the value of the num2, that is 100, to be stored or transferred into this num1. That means after executing this program, num1 will contain the value of num2, that is 100, and num2 will contain the value of num1, that is 15. Okay, so there are different ways that can be done. So now the most simplest way I am following right now, that is I am declaring a temporary variable, say int temp. Okay, now what I'll do, temp equals to num1. That means what? The value of num1 15 is getting stored into this temp variable. Okay, so why I have did this, because as per my objective the value of num2 will store into this num1. That means once the value of num2 is stored into this num1 as a first step, then what will happen? Then this 15, the value of num1 to be overwritten by this num2. That means after transferring the value of num2 into this num1, num1 will store, or it will no longer it will store the value of this value 15. This 15 value to be lost, and instead of 15 it will store the value of num2, that is 100. But next to that, what I need to do is the previous value of num1, that is 15, that I need to store into this num2. So then from where I'll get it? So that is the reason at first the value of num1, or you can say the old value of num1, I am storing into this temp. So that means now the temp is storing the value 15. Okay, and next num1 going to assigned by the value num2. That means in this step num2 is containing what? 100. So that 100 value to be passed to this num1. So now the num1 becomes 100. Next to that, what should be the value of num2, my dear friend? Now the value of num2 should be 15. But now this num1 stored the value 100. But that 15 value stored into this temp. So that I have stored as a that I have stored into this temp. Okay. So that means we have created a backup variable kind of thing of this num1 in previous. So the temp is storing the value 15 right here, since I have taken the backup of num1 previously. So oops, I'm sorry, it would be temp. Okay, so that means this 15 value now stored into this num2. Now printf num1 is %d and num2 is %d, means here num1 comma num2. Okay, that means now num1 is 15. I am starting the program with num1 15, num2 100, but after executing this it will be just vice versa, like num1 will become 100 and num2 will become 15. Now let's execute that, my dear friend. See, num1, though I have initialized the value with this, like num1 15, num2 100, but after swapping, now num1 becomes 100 and num2 becomes the smaller one, that is 15. Okay, Now that's all for today, my dear friend. Now please follow this tutorial. Again, I'll come with my next video with some advanced thing. Actually, next day I'll play with the array. Okay. Thank you. Bye bye. Have a nice day. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe my channel, and you can comment on the below section of this video. Okay, your comment is always welcome for me. If you have any doubt, any question, please do ask. Okay, don't hesitate. Thank you. Bye bye.